up is to win with Nigeria. Because I know how growing up, my dad, everybody used to watch it. The disappointment when we never get to win it. Every time we crashed out of a tournament, the disappointment, family, friends, people die from it. People die from losing in the African nations. And you try to discredit the tournament that I won, that I shed blood, tears. Football is everything for us. The culture. We watch football, we die football, we eat football, we sleep football. And it's the amount of people that have supported from Africa, supported the English teams, just because we African players play for those English teams. Yeah. The African players we had back in our days. We celebrate, we worship, we enjoy our football back home. You know, the influx of players that helped build Chelsea Football Club, which is one of the biggest clubs right now in the Premier League. If our football is being run properly, if the people in charge run the football properly, everything is in structure. Yes, do you think the players from Africa would be rushing to come down to Europe to play? No, they wouldn't, because who never won anything with England to come out and make such statement? His statement is so wrong, and I hope that he will come out and make a massive apology, because he owes. People in Africa die for the African Cup of Nations. It's one of the most difficult tournaments to win, and to be able to do it with your national team. You can't discredit such a wonderful, wonderful tournament. You don't know what it takes to win, you know, with your national team. You don't know what it takes to win the fucking Premier League. Analyze these teams and tell them, oh, they have to win the Premier League, but you haven't won it. The Premier League, it is what it is today because of players from Africa, players from South America that come into the Premier League to make the Premier League what it is today. So if you're sitting there thinking that the Premier League will be what it is today, just with the English players, you're fucking having a laugh, mate. This guy says so many things on TV. He made a valid point about the structure of the African tournament or the African football. Yes, we can sit here. I've always said it on this podcast. I've always said it. I've always been honest here and said it. That yes, the corruption is there. The higher authorities can do much better. The federation can do much better. Africa, boldly, some of the best. Starting from George Weah, who's won the Ballon d'Or, by the way. He's African. In Africa, in June, July, we know what the weather is like.
Correct.
You can't stand the weather back home. And that's why we thought, okay, when do we play the tournament? And of course, the best time to play is in December, January, because that's when the weather is bearable. And so for us, we've tried to change it so many times. We've tried to find out how can we change it? How can we fit into the calendar whereby, it's played same time as the Euro, same time, but we just can't. Do you think this statement like this from him helps?
Oh.
Players try to embrace their origin, where they're from, where their country from. He spent so many years playing for Liverpool. He didn't win the Premier League. And this is their week in, week out, telling people, teaching, coaching, trying to tell people how to win the Premier League. And you haven't won it. Yeah. I always rank the African nation same level as I rank the Champions League. So the African Cup of Nations is, I've always said it. I was privileged and lucky to have won so many major trophies in my football career. And I've always said it. The Champions League and the African Cup of Nations is my two biggest trophies.